Hey everyone, Jerry here, the Expediter Boogie. Today, we're talking about one of the most important skills for any truck driver, and especially for expediters, and that is trip planning. Trip planning isn't just about putting an address into your GPS. It's about safety, efficiency, time management, fuel management, compliance, and honestly, it's one of the biggest things that separates great drivers from struggling drivers. So today, I'm going to break down exactly how to trip plan, the tools you should be using, how hazmat changes the game, and how to make your life a whole lot easier on the road. Trip planning is the foundation of running successful freight, especially in expediting where loads are time sensitive. Good trip planning helps you avoid running out of hours, avoid low clearance bridges, avoiding bad roads or restricted roads, unnecessary stress, avoiding fuel emergencies, hazmat violations, and avoiding getting stuck somewhere with no parking. Every driver who lasts more than a couple of months at expediting learns fast that winging it just doesn't work. Great drivers prepare before they roll. One of the biggest mistakes new drivers make is using Google Maps as their primary navigation. Now look, Google Maps is great for cars, but it does not know truck-specific routes, avoid low bridges, avoid weight-restricted roads, hazmat-restricted highways. It doesn't know where truck parking actually exists. Instead, you need a truck-focused GPS. Some of the best options out there are the Garmin Diesel or Ray McNally Overdrive. I've had both, and they both work great. Both of these GPSs allow you to input your truck size, your weight, routing preferences, hazmat classification. That alone will save you thousands of dollars in fines and hours of headaches. Now, Google Maps is great for traffic and accident awareness, so running this with your truck-specific GPS is a great solution. It helps you stay up to date on these types of alerts. Now, let's talk about the apps that make trip planning so much easier today. Trucker Path is one of my favorites. It's basically the driver's version of Google Maps, Waze, plus Yelp all in one. It shows you live truck parking availability, weigh stations, fuel prices, reviews on different truck stops, scale locations, rest areas, driver comments, and what's ahead of you. If you're not using Trucker Path, you're making your life harder than it needs to be. Other useful apps like fueling apps for Love's, Pilot, or TA, weather apps like WeatherBug, RadarScope, MyRadar, NOAA Weather, routing apps like Hammer Truck GPS, which is free, or Smart Truck Route. All of these tools help you look ahead instead of reacting last minute. Fueling is a huge part of trip planning, and it matters even more for expediters. At Highfield, our preferred fueling partner is Love's, and you want to plan your route to hit Love's locations whenever possible. Why? Fuel discounts, consistent parking, clean showers, good maintenance service, and a ton of driver amenities. For example, when you partner with Highfield, you automatically get platinum status at Love's. And if you fuel more than 1,000 gallons in a month, then you can move up to diamond status, but you will never go below platinum. This means you will always have free showers for you and your co-driver, free drink refills at the beverage station as long as you have your own cup, and all the points you earn from fueling are yours, which can be great to purchase upgraded GPS or other items in the stores. Part of your trip plan should always include where you're stopping for fuel, what state you should fuel in, where the cheapest fuel is along your route, where you'll take your 30-minute break, and where you can legally park. Fuel planning is time planning, and time planning is money planning. Now, this is where trip planning goes from important to absolutely critical. When you're hauling hazmat freight, there are federal regulations, state-specific routing, tunnel restrictions, and city restrictions. And certain hazmat categories, like explosives or radioactive materials, have extremely strict routes that you must follow. Two examples of this: one, California. California has hazmat routing requirements that change depending on what you're hauling. Some highways are restricted tunnels are restricted, and certain hazmat classes are only allowed on designated routes like explosives. Georgia. Georgia is extremely strict about radioactive materials. If you haul Class 1 explosives or radioactive freight, you have to follow certain roads as well as get permits in some of these locations. This is why knowing your load and planning your route before you move is absolutely essential. One other thing when dealing with explosives is you are required by law to have your route written down and with your paperwork, so don't forget to include this when figuring out which route to take. You also want to plan around weather, especially in winter states. Check your 10-hour break location before you even start driving if you're solo, or if you're team driving like here at Highfield Trucking. Knowing the weather about where you're going to stop to switch drivers is also key. Trip planning eliminates that stress. You know what's ahead, you know where you're stopping, you know where you're fueling, you're in control of your day. At Highfield, we train our drivers to plan the right way because we've all been drivers ourselves. We are a family-owned, driver-run company. We know where the good lanes are. We know the best routing practices, and our mentor program helps new teams avoid the same mistakes that we made when we first started. So if you want to be a successful expediter, trip planning is not optional, and it's part of your daily routine. Use the right GPS, use the right apps, know your hazmat routing, plan your fuel stops, plan your brakes, and give yourself the advantage that only great drivers have. If you're interested in Highfield Trucking and all that we offer, reach out to Highfield Trucking Recruiting at 833-HIGHFIELD. That's 833-493-4353, option 1, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or visit our website at highfieldtrucking.com for more information. If you have tips on how to prepare for your next trip, leave them in the comments below as they may help another driver. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as it really does help out the channel with the YouTube algorithm. Keep those wheels a-turning, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.